What's up, man? How you doing? Hope everything is blessed. I hope you've been prosperous in life. I hope you've been going forward, and I hope you've been setting goals. Okay. So this video right here, I'm going to touch on why goals is so important to have every single week. Okay. See this right here? We're going to call this your goal line. Okay. This is the line that you're going to have for goals for your whole life. So let's say this whole line is your lifeline and that's your goal line. Okay. Let's say that right there. So let's say at the very beginning, right? At the very beginning, let's say if you started over here, right? You started over here, right? You on your goals, right? Now, a lot of people don't even realize with this goal line, you're gonna come to a lot of red blocks, right? It's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna jump in your path. Okay. Now, why is it so important to set goals every single week? Okay. Why is it so important to have goals weekly? Why is it so important to have goals weekly? And I'm going to tell you why it's so important to have goals. This is going to help you get around the obstacles. Okay. This is going to help you jump over these obstacles. Okay. Now, by you being able to get over the obstacles is very critical of you being intentional and being goal driven. Because if not, what will happen is after you done made your vision board, you done made your plans, you done did everything you supposed to do, right? Now, these goals is hold on, make sure I'm doing the right color. It's a GPS for life. It's your GPS for life. Okay. Now, if you going somewhere out of town, you don't know where you're going, right? What's the first thing you're going to do? First thing you're going to do is look at that GPS. You're going to look right at it, right? You're going, boom, I got to see where I'm going, right? Now, let's say if you did not follow your GPS, right? You don't know where you're going. You don't know how to get there. So what you going to do? You're going to stop and ask Mr. Man up here that knows the route, right? He might be at a convenience store. You're going to stop and ask him at the convenience store, right? To see how you're going to get there. But then you drive a little further. You're going to have to stop and ask somebody else again. How do you get there? Right? And then you're going to stop and ask somebody else again and again and again. Right? So instead of stopping and asking people, hey, man, how'd I get there? Or instead of stopping asking people, hey, man, which way do I need to go? Hey, man, what I need to do? Keep your GPS on at all times. Okay. Your GPS is what's going to get you in your right direction. Okay. So picture this as your goals. This GPS is your goals for life. Okay. Now, why I say it's important to do them weekly. You want to do these weekly. Hold on. You want to do these weekly. You want to do these weekly because if you don't do them weekly, what's going to happen? If you don't do your goals weekly, what's going to happen? This little man right here, that's super happy because he's been going forward. What's going to happen is he's going to come to this big old block, right? And that smile is going to turn into a frown. Okay. That smile is going to turn into a frown. Now, if you do not know how to get around this roadblock, if there's something popped up in your course of your journey or your path or your destiny, however you want to say it, you got to be able to get around this right here. You got to be able to get around that roadblock. And 9 times out of 10, for people that do not set goals, do not understand how to get by this. So what's that called? What's that called right there? Clouded thoughts. Your clouds in your head is covering up so much of your thoughts, right? Cloudy thoughts. That means you're not being clear, no clarity, procrastination, right? Don't understand, don't know where to look, don't know where to go, right? So now, while somebody that has goals, what they gonna do is they just gonna come up here and go right around it with a big old smile on their face. Why? Because they understand the process of setting goals. So when we understand the process of setting goals, this will change your whole life. You won't no longer worry about these. Why? Because you're too busy being him. This man right here, he don't let nothing stop him because he set weekly goals and he understand the process. Okay. He understand the process. So by him understanding the process, this is what happens. Let's put your goal line back. So for the man that understand the process, man or woman, for the man to understand the process, he can see 5 to 10 years down the road, right? He can see 5 to 10 years down the road because he's not looking at the now. He's looking and planning 5 to 10 years down the road. So when we set weekly goals, when we set weekly goals, this is what happens. His mind start to change, right? No, you're probably wondering what that is. Well, let me explain it to you. Remember, his mind was cloudy over here, right? So now, since he's starting to understand his goals and understand his path, right? That cloudy mind start to clear up. That's clarity. He believed in the higher power. So he has faith. He believed in himself. So he understand risk and he's not willing to not take a chance. So he always willing to press and move forward, right? And one thing most important, he do not let negative people block his path. because he's not going to do nothing but go right around the negativity. Why? Because he was able to clearly set his weekly goal. So, weekly goals is the pathway to the other side of life that we've been working so hard to get to. Now, if you don't have weekly goals, let's just say you didn't have a weekly goal, right? No weekly goal. This is what start happening. Obstacles, roadblocks, mountains, right? You stop, you say, I can't, right? Now, with all that being said, while this person is stopping this person right here with negativity, right? So when you don't have weekly goals, it's very easy to get knocked off track by friends, family, co-workers, or wherever, or whoever, right? So this is why it's so important to keep your GPS on at all times. That way, you know exactly where you're going in life. Because if you do not set your daily, weekly, monthly goals, this is what life look like, right? And that's without the weekly goals. So this is what life look like. All over the place, right? Don't know which way to go. No clarity, no faith, limited belief. So a lot of people want to get to their goals to complete what they've been working on, for money. This is what it looks like, right? So this is why it's so important. This is why it's a must to keep your weekly goals every single week. Okay. I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you one more thing about why weekly goals is so important. Remember, we on weekly goals right now. This is, matter of fact, watch this. Okay. Okay. Got your weekly goals, right? Okay. This is you over here. This is you over here on the other side. Is the life you want, right? There's a bridge between you and the life you want. Okay. But this right here is how you cross that bridge. One step at a time. This how you cross the bridge one step at a time by setting your weekly goals. Okay. Now, when you get on this bridge, there's stuff you're gonna have to overcome. It's stuff you're gonna have to do. It's work you're gonna have to put yourself through, right? Stress, sleepless nights, right? Fear, right? All those is bottled up on this bridge. All that is bottled up on this bridge. Okay. Now, the first thing you could ever do that's gonna change your life forever is start today. Okay. Start right now. Don't wait. Build you a vision board, right? Talk to God and make sure the direction you want to go is the right direction, right? And then when you get on that direction, I want you to stick to it like glue because this is going to get you to the other side of life that you've been desiring. Okay. Before I started setting weekly goals, a long, long, long time ago, I always set weekly goals now. But before, you see that? Yeah. Before, I had hair in. I had a little hair in, y'all, so I'm gonna put a little hair on them. I had a little mustache on top. Now, what that is, that's a undecided face. Y'all know I can't draw, but anyways, you get the point. So, this was my life, right? That was my life. And that's ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs, undecided, don't know which way to go, going backwards, going back forward, going backwards again, going back forward, going backwards again, right? And that's what a lot of people's lives is if you're not setting weekly goals because you don't know where to go. You confused, you complacent, you scared of the unknown, you have no faith. So this is why it's so important to set weekly goals. Okay. That's all I have for y'all right now. But in the meantime, I'm coming out with something that's going to blow you away. Okay. It's going to blow you away and it's going to help you tremendously by setting weekly goals. So if I'm MIA, it's because I'm creating. Okay. Don't never think I done left your side because DP always going to be right here. Just take this step with you. But I also got to take time to create stuff that's going to help you in your life. Right. My life, other people's life, everybody's life. If you're around me, if you watch me, if you understand me, then you know I'm here to help. Okay. But this right here, to stop from being this man and start being this man, you got to set weekly goals. Okay. Because trust and believe, this man right here is going to get over that bridge. Okay. That bridge will get crossed. It's inevitable. Why will that bridge get crossed? Because them weekly goals is getting set. Those weekly goals is getting created. Them weekly goals is getting complete. Them weekly goals is what's propelling you forward. So if you're not setting weekly goals, you're setting yourself up for failure. No plan is failure. If you don't plan, you know the saying, no plan, you plan to fail. Okay. Now, I love you. Make sure you stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next video.